I'm so very shocked. Oh my god! I asked AI how many men will fit me, and this is what it answered. Okay, let's go down to the story. A Chinese woman seeking love turned to artificial intelligence for help, only to be stunned by the results. Using the popular AI power tool DeepSeek, by the way, she input her strict dating criteria. Wow! I wanna input mine and find out about my own self. Okay, only to find out that just 51 men in the entire country fit her requirements. It's time to explore overseas girl. Wow, only 51! I wonder which criteria are these guys. Her story quickly went viral on social media, speaking heated discussions about modern dating expectations, which are nothing low. Hello, how are you feeling today, guys? Hopefully, you are doing so great. My name is Mar, I'm from Mexico, and I'm feeling super hyped because it's the springtime. And I was born in spring, specifically April 6th, so I feel so very wonderful whenever spring is here. So, yeah, just let me know where are you watching from and which is your favorite station of the year. Season, sorry. Station is in Spanish. The woman who lives in Shanghai is successful, attractive, and holds a high-paying job, with fair skin, a tall figure, and a radiant smile. She has always taken pride in her appearance. However, despite her accomplishments, she has struggled to find a partner, watching her friends enter relationships while she remained single. She decided to seek answers through DeepSeek. Wow, what a way to seek answers, guys! Like, seriously. There was a time back in the day, like a few years ago, or even 10, 15, 20 years ago, when we watched these like cartoons. You remember the Supersonics? Like, they were all very in modern times, like using these iWatches and having video calls through an iWatch, and they used it even the smart whatever, like to like Robotina, and they had they had like the whole Shenzhen. They have like a Shenzhen in that cartoon movie. So everything that they were living at that time in that cartoon made it to reality nowadays. And everything is in Shenzhen, like the most advanced city. However, at that time, we will be joking about, there will be one day when we will ask the robots this and that, when we will date robots, when we will be like somehow dependent on robots or like relying on them to solve our lives. And now I see this just happening, She decided to seek some answers through DeepSeek. Then, the AI tool known for its problem-solving capacities. Wow, this is just very funny and a little bit ridiculous. So, since it's a problem-solving software, we must go and seek some answers in DeepSeek because, we need some answers. Why is it that I'm single if I'm such a good cat? This cannot be possible. Like, how on earth? And by the way, I'm single too. I'm wondering whether I should also input some criteria on that AI. She listed her ideal partner's characteristics, which included Chinese male. Okay, so she wants a Chinese. Aged 30 to 40. Second, unmarried, at least 170 centimeters tall. Healthy BMI, like body mass index. Earning at least 10,000 renminbi per month. I don't think this is like 10,000 renminbi. I think it's quite I don't think it's very high standard, It's fine. 10,000 renminbi per month, guys, it's like over 1,000 US dollars or something. Number 4, bachelor's degree or higher, emotionally stable and responsible. Number 5. Number 6, filial, kind-hearted, with good values. Number 7, parents with some retirement savings. Okay. Number 8, handsome, non-smoker. Okay, I guess I now can see clearly where is this criteria stated as high standard. Non-smoker. Seriously, in China, you cannot imagine how many guys smoke like non-stop. Handsome, non-smoker, no heavy drinking. Once again, this is a very hard one to find. No history of violence or infidelity. Number 9, owns a car and a house. After analyzing the data, DeepSeek returned a shocking result. Only 51 men in China met this criteria. What? That's a little bit like too little. Like, how come, So her like profit earnings or monthly earnings expectations were like 1,400 USD, which I find it very possible. Like, it's nothing above average. Actually, maybe it's just quite average, Like 10,000 monthly income is. But I guess the very strict criteria comes when, like, for the drinking and the non-smoking, which is very hard to find in China, especially those earning a high salary. The higher they earn, the more they smoke and the more they drink. It comes all together in the package, because in China they have this culture of like being heavy smokers and drinkers. Whenever doing business, they will offer you tobacco, they will offer you drinks, and it's very hard that you can just reject, because it's quite unpolite. They have to save face, and in order to have face, it just wouldn't be like suitable for you as a guest or as a client to reject your counterpart, either if it's a business partner or even if it's a client, even worse, and that one client wants to smoke or wants to drink with you, and you are there being the one hosting the whatever dinner, you name it. It's just not, it's not well seen if you reject, you have to accept, and you have to say like, yeah. This is the like one of the negatives about like a little bit overall Asia, and in particular China, the giving face subject, which you have to be always just up to standards in order to not avoid hurting the feelings of the other party or making them feel bad or whatever. Nowadays in the Western side of the world here, it's a good thing that somehow we are able to say, hello, I'm vegan, or I'm religious in this or that matter. I don't eat this or that, or I cannot drink, or I cannot do this because of whatever, And in Mexico still, I guess in the USA will be even more, people will be more respectful towards whatever is that your final decision is, and will not push you. Whereas in China, if you go to a business meeting, business dinner, they will always push you, no matter you have stated previously that you don't drink, you don't smoke. In my case, I don't eat meat. I don't eat meat, and they bring me fish. And I'm like, I don't eat fish. I don't eat animals, and they bring me egg. And I'm like, I don't eat egg because I am a vegan or I'm a vegetarian. And then they bring me this dessert that contains somehow dairy, milk, cheese. I'm like, I don't drink milk also, and I like this, I like that. Guys, not all of Chinese are like that, by the way, because I was living in China, and China is a vegan paradise, to be honest. That's why in my previous videos you can find in the channel that I made a series of like eating vegan in Shenzhen, in this and that parts of areas around China, showing that it's a vegan paradise for those that eat or have this regime. Apart from those understanding the vegan diet, it's quite hard for them to even understand that you don't consume animal products. And you say like, I don't eat meat, and they're like, it's just a little bit. They just have this little bit of meat. Why would you care about it? I'm like, I don't eat anything. You don't understand me. Anyways, for that matter, it's better you understand a little bit Chinese and you just say directly, 我全素 我是全素 I believe it's like fully just vegan. Because in China, they have this vegetarian vegan kind of terminology. Anyways, It was a hassle anytime I needed to eat out, especially with like suppliers or just like partners, they will be pushing me over having a sip of alcohol. I am not a drinker. I don't drink anything at all, although I'm a Mexican, and they will even state, but how come that can be possible? You're a Mexican. It's not true. Mexicans drink a lot tequila. And they'll be making fun of it, like just very like 不可能吧墨西哥人很喜欢龙舌兰酒啊怎么可能啊 And I'm like, I'm so annoyed, I just avoid all those events whenever there is like baijiu, alcohol, tobacco, and a lot of meals, especially if always, usually will be not non-vegan meals. So they will bring to the table all these kind of like executed animals in a very exotic way. And anytime they open this plate, I'm like, I'm just really enjoying the whole scenario. Anyways, I don't try to be mean towards their culture, because also in a part of the Chinese culture there is Buddhism, and I do fit there. I love the whole idea of like the Buddhist vegan temples, which with their own restaurants by the side, the vegan cheap buffets, etc. So I am a lover of the Chinese, of that part of the Chinese culture, and not this other part where you have to always give face, otherwise you will be like you will be rude or So yeah, that is one of the big reasons about a lot of men in China smoking and drinking. Although some of them want to stop or avoid doing such activities, they find it very hard, since they will be like, no, my boss will not accept me to not accept the client's invitation to drink or smoke or whatever. So they are always having this pressure, like social pressure, to do so. Although they are quite tired of it. Maybe when they started, they were quite curious about the whole idea of drinking, smoking, whatever. And afterwards, they feel their body is paying somehow the cost of them having this lifestyle, and they want to stop, but it's very hard for them to do so. Anyways, let's go back to the study, my loves. After analyzing the data, DeepSeek returned a shocking result. Only 51 men in China met all these criteria. I'm very curious about why. Upon seeing the results, the woman laughed in frustration and shared her experience in a video. I am so very willing to input my criteria and share with my followers the results in DeepSeek. Oh my God, now I understand why is that I'm single, she said. There are only 51 men out there who qualify. How am I supposed to find them? Then ask DeepSeek, darling. I can see a DeepSeek sub-application coming for matching people. Why not? Like, totally. It's so needed, I mean, it's intelligent program where we can meet the perfect person no matter where they are, right? So we need that. Like, totally, yes. Why wouldn't we? Do you agree with me? Her story quickly spread on social media, with netizens offering their opinions. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give this video a like. And if you will be my guest, please invite me a coffee. Buy me a coffee down below in the link. Okay, let's go down to the opinions of the netizens. 51 men exist, but do they want to choose you? Oh my God, this is funny. Therefore, we need a program, we need the app, we need a matching system for us here being single potatoes. This proves how rare ordinary eligible men actually are. Ordinary. 51 men meet your standards, but at least 51 million women probably have the same requirements. Oh my God, I didn't see this coming. That's so very right. There are just few little ones qualified, and those qualified are wanted from millions of, are the same desire of millions of women. So we'll have to fight for them. Men like these were taken by age 25. Yeah, exactly. Maybe those 51 are still single. Oh, I guess that was one of the requirements. unmarried. Okay, it says unmarried. Some commenters pointed out that while each individual requirement seemed reasonable, yeah, I also think so. The combination of all of them created an almost impossible standard. Others suggested that many high-quality men are already taken before reaching their 30s. Yeah, I don't see these requirements as high. They're just an ordinary good person, or like a person that does care of his health. But as I was previously stating, it's easier to find such non-smokers, non-drinkers here in the West nowadays than in China. So if China wants better health for their old netizens, they should start, relaxing on that of giving face and agreeing on each drink or tobacco that they are given. Otherwise, they will be somehow, unhealthier. And I just think the whole idea of giving face sometimes is not beneficial to anyone. Okay, let's go down to the comments, my loves. Maybe it's worth mentioning that DeepSeek wouldn't possibly be able to provide a reliable answer to such a request. And when it doesn't have enough data, it just makes stuff up. So don't be so discouraged, girl. The criteria you listed is quite reasonable. Yeah, my girl, it's quite reasonable. Let's be clear. DeepSeek is providing the same answers that dating apps are offered for the past 20 years. Plain face, mess up teeth, already passed her best by date, hardly a treasure. I feel offended. Plain face. Am I a plain face? Mess up teeth? You cannot call me mess up teeth. I don't have that much of a mess up teeth. Already past her best date? Well, that is considerable to some, I guess. Hardly a treasure. Am I not a treasure? Give me a break. I'm one in a million Mexicans that do not drink, do not even eat the taco, the meat, and I'm always happy. That is very hard to find. I'm a treasure. One in a million. Loosen the age range a bit, drop the height requirement, and make the house and car an ideal and not a hard requirement. What she is looking is not unreasonable. A gentleman who is caring, financially able to support himself, and who she is attracted to. I totally agree with that. I'm all in for that. And I guess with this story we are just kind of understanding that they are sometimes women do not want to get engaged with these men because they also have these very harmful traits: smoking, drinking, heavily smoking, heavily drinking. Is not a smoker too. It's like, you guys know, if you have been in China, you go to Watram Bay in Shenzhen and it's just like, ew. I was a girl there working there. It was just very annoying, And the drink issue is also like an issue. So the part that will like really separate or differentiate women from men in China is that it's very obvious that women, because they are very vain and they take very good care of their selves and their faces, will avoid drinking and smoking in order to have a beautiful complexion. Whereas men will just carry themselves away in these habits out of stress, out of giving face, out of work, whatever, the reason. And they just are two ways very far apart. That's just a very, because I heard, for example, in other countries like Turkey or elsewhere, you find smokers, but there will be a reasonable ratio of women versus men smoking, not like in China. Most of women do not smoke, and most of men smoke, which most of the men drink, etc. Anyways, I thought it was a very interesting episode for me to share with you guys. If you enjoyed this video, you know the deal. Don't forget to like this video as well as to comment down below what your thoughts are regarding those requirements, and let me know your requirements as well. You never know, you might end up finding a love here in the chat, or end up finding one for myself. And don't forget, if you would like to support me, the links are down below. Kisses to the world.